Manish Chand is with us on the broadcast. The Admiral just spoke about the war of attrition. This is turning out to be a long-drawn war of attrition. How do you look at it, Manish? Trump called it a victory. Iran is still firing missiles on the other side, threatening shipping lanes. We all saw Mojtaba Khamenei's latest, his broken silence after being elected as the new supreme leader. He says the closure of the Strait of Hormuz is going to be in place. So is this now turning into a war of attrition with each passing day? United States might have started it out, but they can't seem to get out of this warring rut. Is this Donald Trump's Vietnam?
It was a giant miscalculation on part of the Trump administration or the US-Israel combined that once they get rid of Ayatollah Khamenei, the regime will crumble. I think that was a huge, huge miscalculation. And what we are seeing now, what you describe as the war of attrition, is going to go on for quite some time, even though there may be some sort of ceasefire or whatever, but this will go on because the objectives of war are not clearly defined. Trump is claiming that, there's nothing else to bomb. And, he can declare victory any moment. And that's probably the only off-ramp, where he unilaterally declares a victory and then, the low-intensity war of attrition goes on. But what you have to understand about that, Iran has already laid out the 3 conditions. And those are very difficult conditions for US and Israel to expect, to ask for reparations, to ask for right to recognize Iran's sovereignty, and that implies use of nuclear energy. The third part is kind of doable, guarantee, because unless you give that guarantee of some sorts, there won't be peace in the region because Iran has an existential threat from Israel.
But are United States' security guarantees realistic at all? What's the credibility of that United States?
What we are talking about is some sort of off-ramp, because this war is proving to be devastating, ruinous. The global economy is, already being rattled and ruined. So the point is that this is in nobody's interest to keep prolonging this war. And I think realization is sinking. Where the Trump has made huge calculation about regime change is that he did not realize the regime is so deeply rooted, embedded in the structure of Iranian society. If you talk about the regime is not those handful of people. If you look at it, Iran's population is around 90 million or so. And if you look at the people who are still supporting this regime, despite what we saw, those popular protests and all that, even if you bring it down to 10 to 15%, and there is data to support that, what we are talking about, like 15 million people. And also, Iran has a kind of a mosaic, decentralized mosaic resistance model, which means all 21 provinces. Now you can see why Gulf states are getting targeted, even after Khamenei was eliminated, because all these provinces, the security command structure, once the supreme leader goes, they are on autopilot. They keep firing, and that is what we are seeing. And so this is going to go on, and Iran...
The crowd is rallying behind Mojtaba Khamenei. And he's given his first address, and the entire crowd is rallying behind Mojtaba Khamenei.
Yes, that is the big thing,